Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. Go to f2bbs.com. www.f2bbs.com. The last bastion of free speech on the interweb. That's right, guys. I want you to go to www.f2bbs.com. That's right. I want you to go there. You can, this is a great site to fight against all sorts of nastiness by posting on f2bbs.com, the last bastion of free speech on the interweb. Go there, guys. Hey guys, it's your pontiff. What did I just back into? Something. Okay, guys, it's your pontiff here. How are you? Guys, it's ArchieLuxury. I'm doing a paid review. 20 SC99. 20 SC99. This is for Ryan. And before we do this paid review, let's do a quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing Rolex Submariner date. Okie dokie. Archie, I'm sending you a request for your review on my collection update, $50 sent. I've gotten some very good feedback online from the Reddit peeps. I'd be curious to hear what your thoughts are. My previous question is quoted below. I've reduced my collection to 8. 2 questions. If I reduce to 5, what goes? If I stay at 8 but make a few changes, what would that look like? Here is my collection. He's got a Vacheron Constantine Overseas 47040 Generation 2. Found a Nomos example a month ago and had to have it. I also found the rubber and deployment as well. I have the bracelet in the box. I think the Gen 2 is the big winner with the Guilloche dial. Okay, I'm just looking at the collection he sent me. Oh, what? Which one is I don't understand. So is that the collection or that was the collection? What exact? Okay. So he's gonna, okay. Oh, okay. So he sent me I've got his old pic. I've attached of my current pic except for the JLC reverse. Oh, that's for the old one. Sorry, back the truck up. It's an old one. Just having a look. Ryan. Oh, Ryan. That's, oh yeah, that's the one. Sorry, apologies. I had the wrong photo. I got to make sure I look at the right photo when I do these. Wowzers! Yes, sirree. Wowzers. Okie dokie. He's got a Tudor Harrods Black Bay. Love the olive green bezel. Number 3, Rolex Explorer 2 Polar 42 mil. He's got an Omega Speedmaster Professional Health Select glass. Yes. He's got a Hoya Carrera Montreal limited edition 160th. The use of white space on the dial is spectacular. Okay. Yes, I sort of agree. He's got a Grand Seiko SBG H269 Autumn limited edition high beat 3600 beats per hour. The dial, wowzers. Okay. And he's also got the blue snowflake. Grand Seiko SBG A407 spring drive, the dial well, photos of collection, and a few of the watches attached. Thanks, Arch, regards, Ryan. So Ryan's asking, he's asking the hard stuff. So looking at this photo, wowzers. Okay, what do I think? I like what I see. I do like what I see. What do I really like here? I gotta be honest with you. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at the collection. What do I like or don't like? So firstly, the Vacheron Overseas. Okay, so you got the Vacheron. Yes, I'd give the tick for the Vacheron. It's horology. The Overseas are very hot now. They're getting very popular. Great watch. The Tudor Harrods. Yes, sir. But, I mean, Harrods is kind of like a British Sears. It's no big deal. Remember, the royal family removed their royal warrant from Harrods over the Dodi, Fayed and Diana sort of thing. Next thing we got is the Rolex Explorer 2 Polar. Yes, beautiful. We got the Rolex Root Beer GMT. Yes, beautiful. We got the Omega Speedmaster Professional Halcylite. Yes. We got the Hoya Carrera Montreal 160. Yeah, I like that. I like the blue. I like the shade of blue with the white there. Yes. We got the 2 Grand Seikos. Yeah, I get that. Okay, so, see, now you're saying to me, I'm sending you a request. I've gotten some good feedback from the Read It peeps. Yeah, okay. I like the Read It peeps. Just on Read It peeps, they had a good thread there on Japanese wives. Just have a look at that if you're on Reddit. That was a great article. Great thing in Read It as well. Talking about sexless marriages. Sexless, disastrous marriages. Okay. So what's he saying? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. My previous collection is quoted below. I've reduced my collection to 8 watches. 2 questions. Okay, that's 8. Okay. If I reduce to 5, what goes? Okay. Now the proviso is, let me just, I don't know why you'd want to reduce. Is it because of financial problems? You see, if you had financial problems, the 3 you'd get rid of, which would bring the most money, are your 2 Rolei and your VC. Those 3 would bring in a lot more money than the rest of the stuff. Okay, those 3 would bring in more than the other 5. Okay, so if you need money, it's a different motivator. So you haven't quite stipulated the demands there. Okay, so maybe it's not so much. Maybe you want to get some money in. Okay, but money's not the big motivator. If I was to reduce to 5, what goes? Okay. So firstly, do we have any golden gooses that cannot go? Firstly, I reckon that's the better way to look at this. So I would say golden goose would be the Vacheron. We don't really want to sell that because that's gorgeous. We don't want to sell the Explorer 2, and we don't want to sell the Root Beer. I would also say we don't really want to sell the Speedy, because the Speedy is going through the roof at the moment. They got a new model coming out. There's all sorts of things happening. Prices are rising. You don't want to sell the Speedy. So that gives us 4. So then we've got a problem. Houston, we have a problem. So we have a problem in the sense that, see, the Hoya Carrera Montreal, I quite like it. I'm not a huge... I've owned Monacos. I do like some of the Hoyas. Yes, the Tag Hoya. I like some of the watches there. And I think this Carrera is also special. The question is it special enough? So we put a question mark there. The 2 Grand Seikos I kind of lump together because maybe you get rid of one. Okay. Maybe you get rid of one. What do you got? A high beat and you got a spring drive. So I'd be looking at that. Then the only other thing is the the Tudor Harrods. Now, I got to be totally honest with you. Harrods, a lot of Americans, they look up to the British. The British really weren't that good, okay? They were, how do I put this? They were pretty nasty to us Australians in World War I and II. They kind of took our troops and abandoned us. So I got to say, everyone says the British, how great they are. They were, how do I put this? They were imperialist overlords. Have a look at India. Have a look at Australia, America. It was a sort of the same sort of thing. They used Australia as a dumping ground for Cockney trash. For trash, you know? I mean, hey, let's just call a spade a spade. Harrods itself, what is it? It's a department store. It's like a, is it a Macy's? It's more of a Newman, what's that store? Newman Marcus? You know, what's that store? Newman, you know that upmarket store in New York City? That's kind of Newman Marcus, I think it's called. That's kind of what a Harrods is. It's really, how do I put this nicely? It's not that bloody great. It's a expensive department store, okay? So the Harrods edition, big deal. I kind of prefer the Bersha blue, you know. So, but okay, let's not get carried away in politics. But I do like, if the Tudor itself, I do like the Tudor. The Tudor is cool, okay? The Tudor is cool. I personally, I think if you're going to reduce to 5, I would say the first 5 you've listed there. You keep the Vacheron, you keep the Tudor, you keep the Explorer 2, the Brute Beer, and the Speedy. You get rid of the Carrera, you get rid of the 2 Grand Seikos. That's exactly what I would do if I was reducing to 5. Now, that's just what I think the 5 I like more is. Okay, now I gotta tell you, remember a few rules there. Remember, it's 8 in the box, whatever box you have, plus 1 on the wrist. This is how it goes. So, you know, in my own watch collection itself there, I have got my Patek and my Reverso in one big box. That's 6. I got a 6 box. And I got a Rolex Submariner date on the wrist. Now I do have a Milgauss. I just sold one Patek because I don't want to get crazy with. Well, I need the money. I need the money, and then I'll have 2. Well, because you have a spare on a winder. You have a spare on a winder. 6 in the box, 1 on the wrist, and 1 on the winder. That's what you do. You have 1 on the winder. Wind. That's what you do, baby. So now, if I stayed at 8, but make a few changes, what would that look like? Well, I gotta be totally honest with you. Ryan, the thing is, with that collection you've got there, I kind of like it. I like it. I don't have a problem with anything you've got there. The Hoya, the Montreal limited edition. Look, I'm not really into limited editions or special versions, but you're right. I like the blue with it's very, the Canadians, that color does remind me. It reminds me of watching the Banana Splits. You know, Banana Splits, and they had that six wheel vehicle they had there. You know, I want to, and they had that you know, those big puppets. Banana Splits. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. Da 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 da. You know, that's the kind of Carrera those guys would have worn then. You know, so it's kind of cool. They were Canadian. The Harrods. See, that doesn't really mean anything to me. I think it's pompous Brits. But yeah, I actually like the 2 Grand Seikos. I do. I would say myself, I'd be more inclined, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know what you want to do, but say you want to stay at 8. Okay, we'll answer your question. You want to stay at 8. The only thing I'd probably, I don't know. The Carrera, that's the only thing I would flip. I'd keep the 2 Grand Seikos. I like them. You got a high beat and you got a spring dry. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the only thing I'd maybe the Carrera, but only you can say whether the Hoya Carrera is cool or not. Like, that could be, you Canadians, that could be sacrilege to get rid of that. You know, but I think it's a beautiful collection. I think it's gorgeous. It's a modern sports collection. Would I put Patek in? I love Patek, but you got a VC, you got a top brand, you got Rolex, you got the Omega. It's actually beautiful. I can understand your logic. You've got chronographs, GMTs, diver sports, and then you've got Grand Seiko. So you've got, I can see how you're, I reckon it could be something for just keeping what you've got, bit of contentment. That's what I love it. I think it's a beautiful collection. Now, how does that compare to your previous collection? See, that's what concerns me. That's what I want to comment on. Oh, your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You had 12. Oh, okay. You got rid of the vintage Omega. Yeah, that was garbage. You got rid of the Seamaster. That was, yeah, okay, fair enough. You got rid of 2 Seamasters. You kept the Halcyon Man on the Moon, yes. You kept the Explore Polar. You kept the Root Beer. You kept the Harrods Tudor. You got rid of the Monte Carlo. I liked the Monte Carlo. I think I would have preferred the Monte Carlo Tudor to the Hoya Montreal, but I'm just telling you. I don't know the significance of the Carrera. You kept the 2 Grand Seiko. You got rid of the JLCs. I don't know if I really approve of that. I love JLC. So, yeah, interesting. Okay, guys, so that's my thoughts there. Lovely collection, Ryan. Just keep what you got. I love you. Guys, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Remember, I can't survive on Google Ads. I need paid reviews. $50 for a paid review. I'll review your collection. I'll give you my opinion. I'll tell you what I think. I'll give you the good, the bad, the ugly. If it's garbage, I'll tell you I don't like it. If it's cool, I'll tell you it's amazing. I'm the Pontiff, and I will see you in the next one. Look down below in the description to organize your paid review. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.
The Rolex Submariner date. Probably the most versatile, the most famous, the most wanted watch of 2020. The Rolex Submariner. Absolutely stunning. I've gone for the steel model. I wanted something that could be worn every day. The businessman's delight. Look at the side profile. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. I've got to tell you, I am in love with this Submariner. Black on black. Does it get any better? Black on black. The Rolex Submariner. This is what this is just such a beautiful look at the, I got to tell you, the maxi, that just the whole thing, this whole thing is everything the ceramic sub should have been from day one. Absolutely winner, chicken dinner. Absolutely. And it's got the new clasp with the glide lock for easy adjustments. Absolutely winner chicken dinner.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Patek's came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.